Ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, it's a perfect circle. 3 Libras, which of course translates into Spanish as Trace Books. For Edgar Hernandez and Carson Ford. And Kurt Hodge. But before we get going, I would like to take just a moment to thank these 3 Libras for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Mike Pacheco, Ben Francis, and Joe Librizzi. Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for your support. And if you believe you're a book, the link, of course, will be in the description. When somebody sneezed, my grandmother, instead of saying bless you or gesundheit, used to simply go like this. And that's how I feel when I tell you we have to tune all of our strings down 3 half steps. Now, these are weird notes to remember, so rather than remember all the notes, just remember 3 half steps, and here's how we visualize it. Our E string needs to go down 3 half steps. So here's an E note. On the A string 7th fret, we go boop, 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 and we end up with the 4th fret of the A string, C sharp. Our A string, here's a familiar A to me, the E string 5th fret, we're going to go boop, 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 F sharp. The D string, A string 5th fret is a D, down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, B is what we want. Our G string, here's a familiar G, right? On the E string 3rd fret, we'll go down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3 to open. Our G string goes to E. Our B string, here's a B on E7, 1, 2, 3, is going to G sharp. And our E string, like the other string I've already forgotten, is going to C sharp. So we've got C sharp, F sharp, B, E, G sharp, and whatever it was, C sharp. Yes! For the intro, take a finger and put it on the A string 3rd fret, and a different finger and put it on the B string 3rd fret. Here's our plucking pattern. I'm not going to tell you what fingers to use, because you might do it different from me. But we're going to pluck the A string and the B string at the same time, followed by the G string, and then the A string again, and then the B string. So we got A and B, G, A, B. 3 times down on the 3rd fret and 1 time up on the 7th fret. That's the first half. Then we'd start down on 3 again for just 2, up to 10, down to 7. Do it again. 3, 3, 3, 7, 3, 3, 10, 7, then 8, 8, 8. Strum. But when you give it a strum, put your pointer finger on the D string 7th fret there and listen to this chord 1 note at a time. It's awesome. That's the intro. Once the singing starts, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to offer you a tiny, tiny disclaimer, but start with the regular thing and do it just once. And then we're going to do the same thing again, except the bass note is going to switch to the E string. So do everything the same, except where you would have plucked the A string, pluck the E string instead. Then we're doing the regular thing back to the A string on the 5th fret, and then 1 fret higher, and back to the E string. So you do that 4 times, pretend this is the 4th. And then up to the regular thing on the 7th fret, and only 1 time. It's like an extra little measure of 3 tacked onto the end there before we move on to the next part. The tiny disclaimer I'd like to offer is that having perused live versions, you can see that in the verse, in that part we just did, the guitar player adds his pointer finger to the D string 2nd fret there, the A string 2nd fret there, the D string 4th fret there, and the A string 5th fret there. But the problem is I can't hear that note in either the studio recording or any of the live versions. Plus, bigger plus, I'm kind of attached to this plucking pattern. I like it. So I'm not going to do the pointer finger, but you can add it if you want, and you can pick some plucking pattern that works for you that gets that note if you want. I'm not going to. Difficult not to feel a little bit disappointed, etc. We're going back to the regular shape on the A and B strings and moving up and down and all around. We're going to be 3, 3, 3, 10, 7, 7, 7, 7, almost the same thing again. But just 2 7s, 2 8s, but the second one is the strum, adding the pointer finger again on the D string. When he's through the obvious and the guitar starts to kick, it's G, the shape on the 6th fret, and then G sharp. You could play the whole bar chord if you want, 4 6 6 5, or you could just play the power chord, 4 6 6, and that's it. Again, having watched live versions, I saw him play G like that, but since we played G sharp, I'm inclined to play G like that. You play G however you want. G, the shape on 6, G sharp. The whole outro "You Don't See Me" part is something we've already done, but strummed out. It's the shape on 3, 10, 7. Do that a whole bunch of times until the last time when it's 3, just like we've already done. 10, 7, 7, 8. Strum is the very end of the song. And of course we have the whole octave chord in the outro situation to handle as well. Rather than get hung up on exactly what he plays, I'm going to show you the chords he uses and from which you can pick, and you can make it your own swirly thing. Octave chords are, for instance, on the A string 3rd fret and the G string 5th fret. The shape's going to move around but not change, so I'll just call out the pointer finger fret, and the ring or pinky finger fret will move along in kind. We got 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, and 17. He kind of goes 7, 7, 7, 5, 7, 9. Then he does that again. 7, 7, 5. Switched fingers. 7, 9. Then he makes his way up to 10, 14, 17, 10, 9. Then he makes his way back down. And right before the last note, he hits 3. And that's an F bar chord there on the very bottom. 1, 3, 3, 2. And that is how I believe you play a perfect circle trace books. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.